Hello, my name is Rick. I'm presenting you a video about how to make, this is one of 4, how to make your own personal homemade percussion caps for your rifles and pistols. This particular one is the 4th one, and I want to present how to make the tools to do that, and as cheaply as you can make them. And so what you need to make your percussion caps is something to make them out of, like this cola aluminum or pie pans. And those little discs are cut with this 7/16 hole punch, and it'll cut what you need. I have a few of those here, and you can see that they are, I have some with copper, but most of them I make are with soda cans. And then you have to take the soda can disc, the 9/16 soda can disc, and make them into a little cup to form your percussion cap. And how do you do that? Well, I do that with this device. It is I call it a forming board. It is a piece of oak that is 1/2 by 1.5 by 6 inches, or it could be 8 inches, whatever you want. And I have drilled into it a 1/4 inch hole. And from the top to the middle of that, I have beveled a wedge. Well, it's a bevel shaped cutout down from the top to about the middle of the board. That about the middle of the board. And then after you've cut your wedge around there, or bevel, then you cut 6 or 8 wedges to make it look like a starboard. So the stars are cut in there, and you can cut those with a carving tool or a sharp knife. And once you have your starboard cut, probably the next thing is to take something like a file and smooth those out. So each one of the little star wedges has to be filed. The purpose of the star wedges is to provide some relief when the discs are shaped. If you just try to drive them through a hole, these little metal discs will puncture and you could not form it. The purpose for this starboard is to give relief for that as it forms down in there. In fact, I have one here that I will show you how I've done it. I've taken a disc and centered it over the star. And I have one of these little rods, which is a 1/4 inch bar cut off from a screwdriver that fits in the hole. Center it. Difficult to hold it for the camera, but I'm centered over the star. Center the rod over the disc and punch it down. And it will shape into the cup you want. So here I have the how simple that was. To form that cup. Just push it down through that star board. I have several of these already made. Let me cut a couple of those down in there. One thing you have to do is, when you get the star board made, sometimes you may need another board, which you put your cups in, and another rod like this larger star hex star rod, and push it down through there. It'll give the sides of the cup, make them parallel. So here I have a fairly well made cup that can be used as a percussion cap. So you make your board, maybe two of them, and then you need to punch the holes out with the, of course, the 9/16. Then the next step is this alcohol burner. If you take the unprepared disc like this and push them through the hole, what you will get is it will not form a shape the way you want. Yeah, what will happen is unless you do something to prepare this metal to shape in the starboard, what you get is a crack. And you can, if you can see that, you can see where it's broken. They all break like that unless you do something to treat it. What I do is I take one of the discs, I put it over a little alcohol burner, in my language I heat treat it. I don't know if that's actually heat treating the aluminum or it's merely burning off the plastic and paint. You can see the flame. It flamed up. Okay. Another kind of metal I have is this copper. I bought it at the craft store. It's 0.005 thickness. And I do the same treatment with it. And there's another of the coat of aluminum. aluminum, and the copper disc. The starboard makes that possible now that I've heat treated, if that's what it's doing to the metal here. You know, it makes it soft enough to form. Okay, I have several of those made. The lid on here. Starboard. And what I do next is you can form it, but I also use these roll caps to charge them. They work well. You can also use toy gun ring caps. They work well. These things. I'll try one of those right now. When I put the red ring caps in, I use one of the little star drivers, catch it with the star driver, put it to the center of the disc, and push it down. Come on. There we go. And you have a percussion cap. Push it through. This is from on the copper disc. It has the red ring cap in it. And I'm going to make another one with the paper roll caps. And the key is the starboard all the way around. I have a little disc from the aluminum can that I've heat treated. I lay it on top of the disc, on top of the starboard. And I put the paper caps right in the center of that. Set it so you can look at that. And then I'm going to push it down through. Here's a 1/4 inch bit here. And you can see I've got it there, centered and ready to go. You have to select which one of the rods you want to use, but I'm going to use the 1/4 inch bar rod here. And it creates a percussion cap. I have one made from the paper caps, one from the ring caps. All because I started with this starboard. And I have several of those right here. I'll finish making some percussion caps with those. Sometimes it's hard to push them through. But it works. And I'll make another one of the paper roll caps. Using the aluminum disc. 2 roll caps folded in the center. And form through the starboard, forming board. Center that there. Takes a little time and patience. These are not Remingtons or CCIs, but they are fairly well made functioning caps. So I have 4 of them there. I have a cap and ball gun with me. My Remington Euro Arms new model Army made in 1974. Let me put some of these caps on here. All right, 1, 2. And the ring caps are much more difficult to put on there because they've got all the plastic around them. The paper caps are much easier. So it's a balance of choosing which one you want. So I have 2 of paper caps and 2 of ring caps. Let's see what happens when I set it off. Hmm. Okay. They function. See the smoke coming out the cylinder. So these caps work. I hope you can find a time to try making this, and I wish you a good day.